So I'm a penny and TV, so I see breaking news.
And then the cream will be there.
Yeah, then I'm just, I confirm about Chinese for be to about free when once I'm the same.
Minya, I have some Yara Hussein, papa, say, Chinese for, and I'm a buying, say, one district, one factory, cheap. My baby, or my Ganimha, no more buy, you know. O my former, I'm a shepherd, I'm a demi from Nomusu, on the Yajuma. I'm what am I mebu, and Yajuma, I say, the bay near my donors, your mind Ganimha. Now, you're money, apple tongue. Na boa am of mine sika so betu na peda na nipa bonfo bi enso nyame ani man fe obosom toko na yedi kan o makoyom e bibia etwam me kire afi mu o makoyom yedi kan na enum na abayewura owo ayenso ano potem ho ma me for governor chese okobo police for mo fugum amane na omomo security baako and as a police needs all many ho. Ye na security man as a police you know or connecti beam. There a confukuno on bivia or many be kind of makuma and Tom yam. And then answer the Chandra. Your one is say Ubuni Baku said the predecessor. A confor a codillion question is said honor.
Oh,
na thing. It's UTV Casabo, your Kohonum. And in an say, and your family nipa and seer, and a more them. I will be a ya or more factory, or Baba yet, to mantle pist. Almost I say, a background pump, the cool, or say I done any, the Isamu, the Kusamu. The co PCB, or may end up pissed out who do be and catch a piece at the camel. Nobody be a common on any idea. And she says a well established factory and almost 50 million ba almost share. And then I come for a common swar and they found their brother, Francisca Bra, see, and now opening back one a dear police for that to that from song shall sing. On where they fear Edunum watching 58 years. And for more preppers or some farmers, all fan Yama and Ma Sa Akobukafana say Arabici. And no more time blog beer, and that be I Modano. And then they could say a pool, and then you can put on much more and blog, and this see Akokra when you share Edunum watching the tea, and ma. Otoye na wakansa po watiashi anaso wepi na hwo na wotiko bofama an say ya na de kubiara sabia se wo bi nyankwa ene se obi film no and your hadi to madunu na ye tabli block dia bo se bi wotiko etobuni no omode ni dus ho aban sabia pe eno yi nya ne bia nipa edum a eka ho omuzi omunyina sonfra mehu ebomu ma say some so mu or so mu boni na ni na nkan for police for say akonfo no omunya niema papa e mo asese ame no ka say be bi owo bia no o mo nwa yeye niema o mo faye no e bi ye mobile phones and song and omunya afi o ko Chinese for ho no ma China o mo sika bi e fa ne yen yen no o mo nyemu 15,000 yen enyi sika wa and what you know, you sika yi no man ganem ha emu cedi no pim aduasa enso 37,000 that's 370 billion and a HP laptop account and so many akonyaba ne yen koni ade no a payment police ni okasa emo ma bi de kire owura sergeant Francis Gomado no che say ni wadwire no na e wanwa say ne and some say esi na mbom police for on be mo so me bia na embazia enkofu efimba no mo no be di kita ho na kwan bia e so mo fa so bo mo no obetimi bia ba minia idea wi abo Chinese free enti factory on beto aso on be guy e ku yi ni sen na main observation ba kwa my year and the say Omanfo a omo semu bi omo fi omo krom ahodo de aba oman Ghana ma say omo ba bidom sika ba be hye mfididwumam aye one district one factory okọ aye the great ho no ma ye so that dey so say e payment ha de abrofo do na show interest a omo ba ye bi say mambo ben e no man no e wo masa enkofo ye be jom sa say omo ya abrofo e jom ko hye nwuam go no mo nya adwuma ana so ban ni be ye hyehyeye na mrano no ya ma police security say akwe ya na so nipa ya oye adwuma oman ni muwa e na ode ba bebo anti police form e bo mo ban ya na bambo bia ni ho e na mo so ankofa e private security bia me bo mo ban e na akwamu kafon so akoto ahye mo so ani o makoto tutu nipa so yi so ma o de blog apo ba akwetiko why nya me die e ya se fam ya re ho so tin kofu waiting a so if you do one district one factory now from Airbam on the Kubeshima na I yes a bisipa any konya han e mo yamum na so ye be anything etina nya akoso ho e wo eye esuboy ben esawom any sugum e kwantempo no so e ba no mo ye na yensu ano Nancy assembly no afi elehye abankrati ho eye maame for governor and I'm not sure because you want tempo. And you know for somewhere I pay. You know somewhere you pay. A kaka no so chese. You wait papa. Na ono so ni police for e be di kasubom. Na kwampa betumi afa so na o ma aboa na nkofo ko akodi nyam na se metife. Police for say so mu on behye no ma yesa efihye no.
Wa ya rewo sano so giri se Ghana police be ye wo mo adwuma. Angel, ya tise ba kon so si e wo so menya no so rahusam kase bi person no so ba ne san.
Je. Ma bia wanya fisia e be ye edwochi 80 years. Na lidia eye akrecha bo afodi maku e de ba ye eye mami kojonya Gladys Ajo. Mami ne de Gladys Ajo Abidjan na brona owosuno eye kojonya eno ben eye so menya mami wo chese oyopia oyale eye akotutu yadia oboni friend stroke ibi na odani dem ene nejufa no nso eto na eyiram twaye no ne kanea na se na nyina mahode no ekoha no emeja to edan a odemu wonso ma omanfo ebebe fo no na sese omu brother ni mu eyeye mame no ene ni nyema nyina hejuro be ema sepi impredasa ni mu omkofaye no menka omanfo ya na akoye se ne boss mienu kobogbo ya nipa wo mu a mo nyina sebi aboa ya ko no hono na pepepe na no na so enche bo afọ ko mechire na do ena police fo a ewo so nya ne mpatemu omukoya omakotebiri emu no edine ko eye atoa abanya sabia ebe nso menya na police for ni fire service for egu so a omoya asem hwehwemu a na admofo a ewo sampotebo so do mwagim no mo chese omanfo enya hweye sabia nso to ni dream na wiye mu ene nso to ani mere so omanfo ye ye mere so omoye no ni nyina ya dia enso mo nhwe nso na admofo gu so a omo nso eye ncheche no bodewo na atrenche matise no e bi si bi fire service spoka ho na police force do mwajima areho se matise no omatumi atu kwana mo a enhwehwemu eso mo ye no omguso a omoye na amanebo wa areho sem ye nu a na wotwe wiye esiwa eye payment mo no eno ne dia dan yahwefo o duty this week amanebo no pesi
Maki anopedi ye beda se areho sem de nso jose amamfo asote na hwe ye bi ho a ye nso ya fa na ide abokoto dwom ti Maki anopedi TV ne hwefo da wase
Miniamis me da se papa.
Yenya Michael Krufini attending Country Poeman Terminator World Church and somewhere who somewhere SC and Anope. Many about dry boy James Robert come to the Bonka Tanafena, Yabisi Kunana, Yaboso, Naya Chichi, Macho, Adram Wakaba.
Yeah, Eura.
You share and swatch a year for
Papa, Jumana, or the Dodo. Also, I know of her. And the last time is here, my 7 pack was Joyce Mensa Medina. Vanyadorinas,
and open temper.
Now over to Bedio.
And we better to cross over my told me. You want to be our crown, your friend of Kwame.
And in the world, you
medium of us. Any
of our cat.
Can you shall say a bonded?
I went there.
Obend them. Yafaganian times in Shasi and Afi Yamubon Commonoso. Was it don't interfere with police investigations? President advised chiefs. Christians must reflect spirit of humility and deal with vigilantism without fear, favor. Respect to any other political party. Chief of Staff Asama Wakano. Copy 17 so was it doctors refusing postings to North threatens universal health coverage. Tajonbo Rapid 16 Army the stories no Ashas here. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has cautioned chiefs and opinion leaders to refrain from intervening on behalf of troublemakers in their communities and allow the law enforcement agencies to carry out their constitutionally mandated duties. He said he would not countenance the practice where some chiefs interfere with investigations by the police when some of their subjects find themselves in the grips of the law, explaining that such phenomenon has a tendency to draw back the clock of progress of the country. The president was addressing a Durbar of chiefs and people of Kenya in the Sutifi North district as part of his 2-day working visit to the Darfur region. He was accompanied by Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Kwaku Asumachireme, Minister of Trade and Industry, Honorable Alan Kojoche Manteng, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Hajia Alima Mahama, Deputy Chief of Staff, Kojo Asenso Boache, Professor Kwabna Frimpong Boache, Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Evans Opoku Bobi, Ahafo Regional Minister, and some party executives. The president said his government would not sit aloof and allow political parties and politicians to intimidate and put fear in the minds of Ghanaian voters through treachery and bloodshed just for the sake of winning political power, stressing that the passage of the Vigilantism and Related Offences Bill 2019 will strengthen national peace and social cohesion. Adramfa Wilson to us and say, "Uchemana, walk straight preoccupy." As the police must deal with crimes of vigilantism without fear or favor, Mrs. Akosua Freeman Osei Opare, the Chief of Staff at the Presidency, has advised. She said, "I'm urging you to deal with such crimes swiftly, without fear or favor. Be professional, bold, fair, and firm irrespective of ethnic, political, or economic standing of personalities involved in such crimes," she stressed. The Chief of Staff was speaking at the 2018 West Africa Senior High Security Services Association of the Criminal Investigation Department in Accra last Friday, held on the theme, "Consolidating Ideas Against Vigilantism for National Safety." The program was aimed at taking stock of the activities for the past year. It brought together dignitaries such as Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Obed Buama Akwa, traditional rulers, sister security agencies, among others, who were thrilled with music from Plains Central Band, and artists Benny Sansa and other musicians were called to entertain the security couples. And the delegate Doctors refusing postings to North threatens universal health coverage. And also page 17, Fanta spread of the Ghanaian Times. Also, the refusal of doctors to accept postings to the Northern, Upper East, and West regions remains a major challenge to the Ghana Health Services. According to Dr. Anthony Osei Asare, Director General of the Ghana Health Services, out of the 11 doctors we placed in the Upper East, only 2 have reported. The Upper West 2, Northern region, out of the 12 they needed, we gave them 3, but nobody has so far been there. When we opened the portal for replacement for the various districts and regions, Greater Accra was full with 15 minutes, Ashanti 25 minutes, and for a whole week, Northern region, for instance, had not received any application. Only 50% of the 150 doctors placed in various regions across the country by the Ghana Health Services in January this year have assumed duty, making the stark revelation at the induction of 106 medical and dental practitioners in Accra on Friday. The DG attributed the phenomenon to failure of doctors to mostly practice in rural areas, a situation that undermined Ghana's efforts to achieve universal health coverage by the year 2030. so which one chemu no aba
yeah masom abusuana mama yemfansha se the bokrata Ghanaian Times and no pay de ehihye so na obie krata ne fifin page 16 aha ne ahuri aba begine na ne se Ghana mampani na adodanka kufu ado no no kasai wose na nanom hemfo ni kromu mpanifo ene mpanifo ma no duru dwom se obi ya bone ne oya na mrare chine ne kogina mrare animu a ma na nanom ma me papa mpanifo che we de miamena na we de miam wafase me nua ba na ne ba ntu we de monfa nche me wose amanfo mpanifo no enyai sa echopa no mampani se kwabasa no na yempumtu ayepe banbo ayepe na yepia kwanechi den so se epem ekọ enkan eti wosre hemfo ne mpanifo ene titi wose hemfo pa na omotan ye se ni kuro na wodi so hene na semsi ni abachiri podi bone no abere na ohene na mum na tutunu ntumatiatia na chachom no aba na pani watu animu pacha wabedu akasa da bi eti na hemfo ne pacha no na mampani so omunya sa de ne se ne be ya banbo nsem betimi adi emu na wenu nyina no wade sansemi tudwa ewo city Sutifi North Mesrimu eye Kenya se bra odi na fo amienu ekọ apro ewo hafomantem se ne enim no ene wade kopi ho na wakọ no ne aban mu mpanifo ne asofo bebrebe ene bo anan ekọye ebi eye sofo hwe ensase ene kwaye ne obo ade agapade atwa ye ho ahia so eye owura kwaku asoma kyereme ono okobi eno achi sofo hwe adwadie ne mfiridwuma so ye wura kwadwo alankyerematen okwase bi osofo hwe enkrase amemoni mpuntuo so Hajia Alima Mahama Kobi Deputy Chief of Staff Kojo Asenso Boache ekoye Professor Kwabena Frempom Watin Ora Ivan Sopoku Bobi ono ya hafomantam soafo eni abanmu mpanifo bebrebe ne di akire koye de mampani ka akosia ne se obi ye bone ne achi na munyai mamra ne mfa ne nya dwuma na mahemfo ne mpanifo ba e pacha oma no eno danche Ghanaian Times the bokrata asan e de aba wasi se ye ohaw kese wapomudi adwumemu na ede pa na ne se ye post doctor bi ananese bi so wonko akurase a wo be ye ne yiram wonko eya sam kese pe da omaya pomudi adwuma ne so we ye Dr. Anthony Nsia Asare wona ye kwanchefo peni oda omaya pomudi adwuma Ghana Health Service ono na oda no wona odi sansemi atudwa no se susuan pa se doctor fo post wo mo se omonko Ghana tifi mantem no bebre yanko wo ka so omonko tifi apo ya omonko etifa toya omonko ya wasi so fa mantem bi eti se Upper East Regional doctors makoma ku duba ko ede omonko ye bodi se ye ka so omonko no emu be se mienu pe na be si ne wo mo akose nya honko Upper West Region nipa mienu pe na akọ Northern Region so ye di nipa du mienu 12 na ko ye etwero mu di na so ba kokura be si ne okra de ene ba kokura mpontre nan ansi akoko kuro ma bena so wasi ya sam kese pa da oman no so wasi nya no nko na no Ghana Health Service for be a quite to say hey ya pe doctors e wo mantam ni nyina mu wasi eni simanum ena Greater Accra de ye ma obi ade letter ba ope Greater Accra wasi within 25 minutes na Ashanti region de so na ye ma efri wona mantam ba ko ka wona eno ayema na aka fe de eka tifi mantam obi ama mantam bi won ma ne nipa ba ko kramfa ne di ama se obekọ akwakoye adwuma na o se enye enonko nipa bebrebe doctor for be so hadionum 150 aya posti wo mo a esese nkomo ko nkrase no emu be se adionum 50% pe na atimi akọ wo se fiti bo so mi January be se na de aka ni nyina o manko o mo nyina da so atitifie wenu nyina ye nsam a Dr. Nsia Sare ade tu dwana no ebra wo bodwa ye amane na doctor for ma wie adwuma na so ma sua nwoma wie a ye pa wo mo ho no makomako ohani ensia na wo kasa en wo de sansem we se nyina atu edwa wase Ghana obotai se nkenu be se emfiedu anamfiedu ba ko achi no na kapomudi adwa no atimi atintim na ayaresa no etre ko man nyina anya nkran ene kuma asemko a na de akika ko yi oposo obi ko so wonko yi de ene sa botai no wase ebeche ansa na atimi aye adwuma en wo ka ko sisi se ba bi kra ti se kem kosgrade wo mo pekra Northern Region so wo mo pekra wo the doctor for ko mo nko wo the posters ni ko wase me nko wase de ya ne yakra ne said ya di postings na ba bontin no wo to anakwapra ne waso ne bansa de de achi no aba office wo wase me sraw me bayi ne wo ye nche na no ya no ware me bayi krafe no wi school bepe kunu just excuse ahudo bebrebe sane ba ya mfa ne ba ne nko akra sinti ma me ne papa no adi ani mo ba be pacho eno na Dr. Sare awofo nya sa de no ne postu mo ma kwan men koda no nkwa kurase enkoye adwuma Ghanaian Times the Democrat asa tro ede aba eye chief of staff Mame Mrs. Akosia Frema Osai Opare on wo kasa no wo se wo hye procedure adwuma no enkran se vigilante asem asese abai a akakabensam ede ye ne ye kanema gu ne ye sese niema ne ye bobo ka hwehwe no aprosi fonfom no nsi fom pa wo se emfa wo ni nipa kra wo ye emfa wo so ye sikani ya na hiani emfa wo ni amanyoko wo mu wo biara obeya vigilante semi aye koka asa yo manfo asodwe no aprosifo nche no ema emra enya dwuma wo se nam se ho asem hi abanti ana na anoma pani di ho asem agu nkrata so a ye de ko parliament se vigilante ni yenya ho mra na mampani fa ne nsan hyase na hyase enya dwuma ne wo ya wo ko ye bone ne ye kire odi a na mra no aso mu ku a eto wo se aprosifo mo mani nya de pa no mu nya kokoduro no mo fa pepepe ye any french mu ye so nya dwuma ema sa basabasa ni koka no asie entu emfri Ghana maimu woni nyina ye nsem wa ene Ghanaian Times the Bokrata ode ebaye eki
ye kola no so ne Ednam koda akotwetwe nkomo na oni krata bi abeto abonten se motorway no enam so aka nyanko hye wo so no o se aban sa dwen hu bium na we butu odane ni na fi hu se motorway na ye kwan bi express highway na etutu ne ma bi ye fe no etonam nti ye kwa homa so ne etonam akotwetwe nkomo minu amoachi mo akwa ba no pay
yeah
na boko de
na me adumo na so
de na me ase yensa aka mo krata no nsemo wo mu de bebre ntini ato nsarfa no pese bomodi anaje brana fe cheche odi pa na mbasa mo kire.
Okay, so with that na me chia etie for so ne who say your cat and your trust say nya complaint because Bureau of Public Safety no advocacy group or body nya complaint be free amount for say motorway no say ye review on I say you say next then kasa ekoye independent observation and a survey and na the before you can say risk assessment
okay
of the motorway no and they indicate from January to March na assessment no and who say motorway no for the purpose now almost see motorway no we go so using as such and I say just someone is not sana yebutaye na yekoye sa risk assessment and na survey no no report na sujana quite worrying because for instance no your report no say you create illegal use 45 bako 45 illegally you won't say out of the 45 no I say 24 b that try say you be block it but it still means over 20 U-turns illegally created motorway no so but motorway no so who say motorway itself no construction of motorway no, we don't have such things like that and then one of the first things that you hear they say who say for footpath no say maybe obi person crossing motorway no that one say in between two carriageways no the median the middle part now a divided both roads no you bear grass niema but when say you create footpath ama pedestrian ultimately cross your road no if the cross the other side of the road when say so what matter and staff illegal footpath no they count over 236 footpath you so you say and motorway no the reason why I creative motorway no is being defeated. Another thing is why you motorway no so there was that you 28 access points on the motorway, meaning say your access routes are already by joining and now be free motorway no so 28 of them. You see, sir, you might be saying no, they say 23 access points with 4 of them being blocked. And you to say, I don't know, your criteria, whoever is in charge, they try to block some of them. But we might not really know what causes. The point is a settlement. Now, maybe enough footpath now you create on the motorway, they are closer to settlement now, or my best settle across the buffer zone along the motorway. Those are some of the
findings that you see, and if you say the SAR, the Bekodia, then we need to reclassify it as not as a motorway anymore, because motorway don't have some of these qualities. Say, if he say this is the way to go and we cannot do anything about the settlement because of for AC down or on in Yamanti, they have to access the road this way there. Then we think say to reclassify it into either a highway or something else. Why you fix the street, you fix the street lights, traffic lights, you pedestrian crossing, all those things. Then we declassify it as a motorway because the way we are using it, any motorway, and you mean Koswa and share, say, go for because as a driver, I'm driving on the motorway 100 kilometers, maximum speed of 100 kilometers per hour. And then you have pedestrian crossing, you have all these illegal U-turns that you create on the motorway. It doesn't fit the purpose of a motorway. This is about.
My observation, I'm hearing Musan Kadia because when the whole DBA, especially Duana Jua, motorways, I I'm saying one of the things I can also observe. No,
account into which I trust one of the findings is a delineation. In the delineation, a part about street lighting, floor markings, road markings, any the use of reflectors in the count and also count. I'm a extra class. It makes it even very difficult to drive on the motorway. In that part of our findings are, you can say it's because of that. It doesn't fit the purpose of.
Bureau of Public Safety. When did you kind of motorway?
For the Bureau of Public Safety, like I said, we are an advocacy body. In your complaints, and 3-year book a year risk assessment survey near the abound. Though I will acknowledge that in our previous publications, one way or the other, I can't something about the motorway, but this is the first time I hear a detailed report on the motorway per our the basin and our risk assessment.
In Japan, I'm presenting my Minister of Roads and Highways.
As you're presenting my Minister of Roads and Highways, so share for now, get your matter copy, all the stakeholders, the Minister of Roads and Highways, National Road Safety Commission, Ghana Highway Authority, and Department of Urban Roads.
And the Muka Mvisa say, I buy you to now, and say, Babama can't share cost of motorway and above for one.
Definitely, because in America, say motorway there, every road construction and the way it is classified, there were the characteristics. But they say the way we are using the motorway, doesn't fit. It's not fit for purpose to be described as a motorway. Because 19-kilometer road motorway has not got anything to do with people crossing. And America say, I have illegal route time for demarcation. The same there, and it's better we declassify it. Yeah, zebra crossing, traffic lights, and you can even say, fine, this is no more a motorway. And we can have all the other qualities of our taxes that clock and classifies it as maybe say a highway and a visa. But say if we are insisting there, then we are calling on the ministry or whoever is responsible to get down to work, get all these things out, all these illegal routes, I see a block, now then let's do what is expected because there are recommendation letters and we sent a number of issues. For instance, like Okan Street light delineation, any road markings, very, very poor. So we expect them to do something about it. And you see, there was one thing, you who say, I say, most of the times, to me, have it that some smokers and tricycles driving on the opposite side of the road when you are coming. And all these things, he also feels that there are observation, consistent, active engagement of the police. That's just for road offenders. And he also feels that we will need the Yaman going to 3 years, we will need the presence of the police on that road so that we can be enforcing the law. Because if you say road users, some road users are flouting the rules and probably may not know what goes into usage of the motorway.
Where they make out a crime, say you want to top them once no crime shoot or it's okay.
That's right.
And Bureau of Public Safety. Mijidi sa afibia say eya kwaya afibia o se nsuoto na fa nipa ne konko fufu ni ade. E also mu fa mo research ne ko nanka mu fa no ye bi e ma manfo na say kokobo bi ne de besu ana fa de ko yanim.
See, rainy season, flood situations, no. And a Bureau of Public Safety, ne cano. I mean, because I had dinner, a bufo kakra, because
ye bufu,
a bufo kakra.
I see.
Yes, because I had some mine, kasa na ibia told me kakra na ya forget the recommendations, and a kasa ya kasi ebeno. They are going to baby. Na ya sanchen na another year. Na ya san baby. It's making us believe say maybe as a nation, no, issues of public safety, no, touch a bit of seriousness. I didn't know kasa. Last year, you requested for the June 3 report, no, but you komu ankasa ama yankasa cry ko maybe. Ma okay passe you publish a report, you know.
Yeah.
You publish a report. There are several recommendations. Every year you organize it, you go around the end, you say, oh, never again. But your young business said that recommendation I set a committee. It says it can detailed work. How many of the recommendations and I recommended? And then after I hear about the sorting of drains. After pesca and you say, you say. So, my say, the HSA, it's on paper, just set the committee. I'm before the my junior Bama, if you put everything, it's just a matter of say, the big recommendation is so. But the chair, a same status here, near somebody say, DNA, I think yeah, because we know what we have to do. And if he said, look, if we want to be seen as a serious nation, let's go back to our report, you know. The recommendations are there. You implement it. You won't say a yejuma na say a yejuma.
Meaning implementation, I don't know a dema buying sell the yejuma.
And maybe some question because yes, the because the implement first of all, I didn't accept with our committee, you know. And we all said, okay, the committee has done a good report, a good job. And that is the problem. You see, that is how come maybe ordinary Ghanaians and an advocacy group like us, we maybe, or we are being forced to think, say maybe, the ban issues of public safety now, we are not serious.
Now, only sure says serious, I know, partly or say, you blame the boy also. Say, you ain't him for so yes, you will say, you already I was your family was here to me and son, I bind so to me album. Yet, any and yakwan, I so any idea. I
agree, but I won't say in the recommendations, no. There were other actions I just are implemented to check the behavioral aspect of the citizen. For instance, say, the best set up repeat exactly what a police community task force and Abibisa town council. I mean, I said town council maybe we are supposed to implement that to check the behavioral aspect of the citizen. And on we are taken quickly and then dealt with. I don't know was to check, but even that one, and they were supposed to incorporate that into the security service. I think, where are we on that? Yeah. And the event comes to even check the behavioral aspect of the citizens, and so you implement it.
So it's been implemented, and some research I'm going to do it, and so back at the drawing board, sister.
Well, for us, it will not stop us from doing such a report because, like I said, we speak for the public, public advocacy. Then we will continue to bring some of these things, and we also believe that the media, like CNN, come on, we also help us to propagate some of these issues because that is what we can do for now. Because previous reports, but we'll continue to beat on some of these things, but which borders on public safety until we get to where the peace say they do.
When I said the buck stops with the government already, I said, on one team and two son among the I said, there's no way I bet me and solve our problems, you.
I wouldn't say that the backstop with the government alone. I mean, it's a shared responsibility. If you mind the report, as much as we are discussing, of course, the majority of it, we are expecting authorities to deal with it. But in that report, the secret report, the expected the public, everybody will read it or will get it to understand what we mean by our findings. Everybody will probably know what to do. But I mean, law enforcement, any issues of facing streets like that. Would you say, I mean, individually, we can't do anything about it. But most of it has got to do with government taking responsibility. Now, we should say in our report, Trust said over 65,000 vehicles use the motorway every day. And see, what we need to look at it in the larger picture. That's 65,000, average of 65,000 vehicles now use motorway every day. Are we ready to put their life at risk? And I say, we just put this report and dust it on our shelves.
Now, say in one way or the other, team for year until we between the pressure, be a guaban say, look, say report I say happening now. Government should react on it.
My point, and I make it come because in the using motorway, and the Yamana Yakikano, visible, and now first one, and you say, be offer song, so which made the one dance whether say the air and a kind and I think it's the way to go. Pressure, maybe a sale because I am more pressure. So that
pressure, as in say, you have a demonstration, and I say.
Oh, and pressure comes in so many forms. And even you start to engage stakeholders, I have more reports, and some follow up to make sure that reports on Monsaka and mobile no move to and maybe in subsequent cases, we also call the various authorities, say what are they doing about it? Can hold their word against it because with timelines, because the pressure can come in so many forms.
A pressure can come from so many sources. Me that say a Bureau of Public Safety for no mukasano. Thanks for your time. Why?
Thank you.
I'm sure say to come on so daily graphic adwo atima be draw some dream. Yanko front page story what daily graphics na fe ye hwe de komu. O say Parliament approves Bono Regional Minister nominee. Wasi begins today. Candidates to go through biometric verification. Now what kind of story no say na chemu. O say more than 340,000 candidates will begin the 2019 West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASI at 707 centers across the country today. For the first time, school candidates for the WASI will be biometrically verified before they will be allowed to enter the examination halls. The 346,098 candidates from 987 public and private senior high schools will begin with practical and theory papers today. Now, see the number of candidates writing the examination this year comprising 170,867 males and 175,231 females is 9.2% higher than the 316,980 candidates who wrote it in 2018. The statement signed by the head of public affairs of WAEC, Mrs. Agnes Taikujo, and issued in Accra last Friday, explained that the decision to biometrically verify the candidates before allowing them to enter the examination halls was to nip in the bud the increasing cases of impersonation recorded in school examinations in the past years. She said the West Africa examinations wishes to ensure members of the public that all the necessary measures have been put in place to ensure that examination is conducted successfully. Parliament has finally approved the nomination of Mrs. Evelyn Ama-Kumi Richardson as the regional minister of the newly created Bono region. Her approval last Friday was met with stiff opposition from the minority in Parliament as they insisted that her approval should be suspended till she was cleared of the allegations leveled against her. The allegations have to do with the perjury on the declaration of assets and refund of money to the state as demanded in the Auditor General's report. But the report of the Appointment Committee of Parliament, which recommended Mrs. Kumi Richardson's approval by majority decision, indicated that she had been cleared of all the allegations by the Auditor General. An earlier move by the Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Michael Okwe, to call for a vote on the approval was challenged by the minority leader, Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Mr. Idrisu said, per the law and the standing orders of Parliament, once her approval was opposed by the minority members, the process of approving her nomination should be by secret voting. Responding, the majority leader, Mr. Osei Chairman Sabusu, said, indeed, the law provided for secret voting in the approval of nominees to public offices. However, he said, Parliament had by convention resorted to the voice vote in approving nominees. But Mr. Idrisu said there had been occasions when the House had used the secret voting process to approve presidential nominees. Adria.
Yeah, so ebusuya the Democrat Daily Graphic and I day at waswo. Na kata fedi can say ya watro a day aba. Was say and I was see a young man was senior high school no and then almost no ase. Was see and quadabes and pim has sent Adrian and a net one more share as here actual was see and session our Ghana for baby. Was see examination sentence no a handsome and so 707 centers and omunina or more cham was waiting and sorry I did can cranny trap biometric verification ebe kosoche so bedra ya the one sat in basis infidation will say what's messy within the dry boy ya one cousin or general one we need a decan mobile be was in quada a trono almost free school Marco a hankuno at your watch and so 987 schools no more free a be up in school a be see a crank sukumo and a free barbatro and so and watches almost share as here a nay or man call Busmi June that also and so ever after 2019 emu then I'm penny for chem or the other graphic must say so share your man or more transferring a few no more doson pa a phrase and no more nonsense or see a few chairman commodore dono our farm cacanes of fee or Marcosro, then also Adanchaya. Penny on no shank it on dear Sudima was see, or Riley Agnes Taikujo, Air Casano, and was say, we say it's our verification on Modiabamuno, Ayana Assembintia, was if you have a black woman, chronic transfer and one. What be a one course school be an Awakwa was so Bettino, was able to be pa. Any procrash and the sukuata dash and the powash and the socks. Wukwa was a million dry a boy, and so then you're no quatrons or Renamobi. It is hardly any tea, Romade biometric as some no abamun send a bayer, a BNCBU. Now I see another China and conform so soon on website I would also on internet so examination questions the nyabi enya po Obama website abenya bo sing na trainer da itaman fo enya isade no was send e be ya Ghana yen social manager no ebenya animonyam na ebedi mu na mu be ye dronti no was say teacher fo kwhwe nkwada ne so enkwada e kwhwe no obi odi dwuma bia no obi anya ne famu die emwa ema Ghana ye wasi social na ye tro no emu entimi enye dru no echi the Democrat Daily Graphic sign ede aba ebio was say afedia abrewa ipuma kwemu enti O'Reilly Evelyn ama Kumi Richardson ye body this one kwaye mantam soafo no say de mrasebedwa no agina tum eye bono mantam bono region eho na say de oba ba ye regional minister say ne amafo nyina nim dada no na no fia da yi a wo mo to no so aba no say kwaye tare pa kire say wo mo twene de no atkonkwa akire kakra emekwa wiase no minority fo say abane to no kokoamu asase no na kwa mu gina pete mu parliament wo wato mu amopere so monka ahen mu amopere so monka da bi enna edom keto no pani oda no owura Haruna Idrisu se dabi eja yenya ne sa obi ade ni din be base anto no so aba asan be ba ne so bi ya no abane ato no kokoamu temi ankoto no kokoamu enna edom kase pani so owura Osei Chairman Sabonsu ono so ade na so da bi etimi ya ne sa ade na so to da bi etimi tinanim ha se ya to omo twetwe ye kwasi ya ne se omo koto aba no ewa kokoam yetu aba ne wie no ya pene so dodo no apene so se ma me no yemfa di bre no emfa emma no na sa semi keke so hwa chronicle mu a chronicle ede aba was sa secret voting no omokoye na graphic e ka ho asem no rejected ba ko ba mu and walk akosi se nche se de ko kire ne se na se bidwafo no kampo ebi nim abato ya to aba rejected vote bebrebe ya kwato aba parliament wa once obi de ya rejected and was say na tie dia and e first NCCE wo mo no mo kire Ghana fo asade ne ya studio mo kire se ne to aba ya kire se wo yo member wa asade ne no oso mo for education ko parliament le ho krampo no o mo nyima aba ne bi to into chronicle so to us so ha ne de o de buy no eno no we graphic and what you know graphic sign ede aba over page 16 katafeto so edunsia was it Ghana Prison Service omoni Zoom Lion Ghana Limited omaka bom at the prison for ba ye adwuma wa montene so se ne ba ya enka montene so bete wan na efi ni bola emene yen no ye betimi akon atia na de se omo ya pam ede omo bienu nyina obi ya ne sa hyase obi apene so se Ghana Prison Service for ede prison for be se duo watwe ye do omo ba Zoom Lion for mo so mo dia mo so mo agye to mo ye ne say omo de boot a de sei omo de asese wira so for you kuma si kwa fene say owo Santa se no
na Adekye Yadom Prophet 1
one waka say
Prophet Adekye Yadom
mo one was say wo no nsuo kakra wa so dem na mo hwe na nim sa na obi ano ese Zoom Lion for asese wira what so for they say sorry man go be not say Zoom Lion for say wira boy it is Zoom Lion for they say wira eba omo say the ball and chance ba reflectors omo de prison for be shade agina kwakwan mu adodo aprapra no ma say ho afi akado ya di penti e bo so fo mo e na fe nso car e be kwakwa fo mo every prison wo do ma ba bia omo be yi adwuma no eno no nyina ye Zoom Lion for dia omo so de no eno achi Zoom Lion for betua prison biaka 10 Ghana cedis. Ni aside tua another 5 Ghana cedis for aduane. Nti che se prison abaku bia da ku bia tua nka 15 Ghana cedis. Iti no no de ene no. En na wo prison service for so de omo ye ne say, omo de prison for de wo twene ba. Da ku de bia be yi order for mpanyfo account a prison for no ye de omo ba. Omo ba di akwani aba ahwe se prison for ni bia enwane. Omo so de omo ye de aboa no. Wo se ye yes adwuma a prison for no ye aduosia mesremo enye de wo twe aduosia 60 prisoners ye de omo eba. Omo ba ye adwuma fiti anopa na twe kosi awia dumienu da bia ba bia nsuo beto a anwia no susu abetwe next na ba be sisi gota no prisoner for no betini nyina mu aprapra ateti monka mu asiesie montere so ama montere ye fefefe ewo enkran it is all kind graphic ya ozo o ma hyase krampo dada na na o makwa akosiesie emiamia bi at second highway ekwafa rich runabout ekwafa national theater ekwakosi opa bia akosi Kwame Nkrumah interchange ekwafa N1 highway ni so o ba ye ho nyina wata se na wata nti wo de ho ma ye fefefe we aye ho asem a enne the worker daily graphic what they abetu edwa
wo bo Zoom Lion abaso so my idea no one here because waste management company so Ghana e ba kope we Zoom Lion so I
who see Zoom Lion for akata o mama kana so
say ubi ye fina ka say proud so Zoom Lion for ba proud
but afofro so
afro bebre omudo so bebre na Zoom Lion for ni ati omudi ya fa delegate na fe ya nto aso o see free SHS taking many students Mahama weaves the headlines they are not sure as Mahama soon Nam one pilot grilled over jet chief thanks president for not coming by air stunning details in visa scandal report and also page 6 of the daily guide yemfa page 3 story no and chance na fe yenko enim. Or say it has emerged that the pilot of Nanapia Mensa, aka Nam1, the embattled owner of Men's Good Ghana Limited, has been questioned by the Economic and Organized Crime Organization, IOCO. The suspect, who is an Australian, was picked up on Sunday, April 7, and is currently on self-inquiry bail. Sources say the pilot, whose name was given as David Brown, purportedly tried to sell Nam1's private jet Gulfstream 5 jet aircraft 2001 model after he allegedly realized that the owner might not be released from jail in Dubai anytime soon. Yoko is not giving any information on the case, but Daily Guide understands that the pilot, who reported to the anti-graft body with his lawyer, has since been granted bail. According to sources, the members of his crew on the plane have all left to their various countries, but reports say the suspect was one keeping the jet and made several attempts to sell it. President Nana Addo Dankwa has been applauded by the chief of Sankore in the Afro region, Nana Ojidom Apia Kubi Pabo Katechie IV, for visiting the area by road. The chief's sarcastic remarks comes against the backdrop of former President John Dramani Mahama making sad trades by air during his tenure. It should be recalled that in the 9 months of the previous administration, the head of state told the president candidate of the NPP then, Nana Addo Dankwa, that he was not appreciating the good rules constructed in the country because he was always sleeping on his trips. According to the chief of Sankore, it's rare for a sitting president, as a matter of fact, to defy the terrible conditions of our rules to be here with us. The president could have decided to end his tour in Goso, but for his love and fervent regard for the people of Sankore, he decided to begin his tour of Ahafo here, the chief concluded. Former President John Dramani Mahama appears to be unhappy with the opportunity given to tens of thousands of Ghanaian students, especially those from poor homes, to access education under the free SHS program. He expressed frustration with a large intake of students under the program. Once again, even though poor students are mainly benefiting from the laudable initiative for the current administration, he said that a huge influx of students would affect the quality of schools. He was speaking at the University of Cape Coast in the Central Region on Thursday when the NDC said the organized lecture on the state of education in Ghana was also held. Mr. Mahama said that what we are doing with this huge influx into the secondary school system due to the free SHS program is going to affect the quality of the public schools. He also went on to predict doom for the poor policy, saying, and soon we are going to find a system where people will lose faith in public schools and everybody will pay to their wars to private secondary schools. That is the danger we are talking about now. And it's about time the government put a stop to that canker. Adra.
Yeah, my son was the Wakata daily guide, and I day at Waso. Now, Wakata first also me and son, what trans and bear me and son at the Abba. Now, the Adekye was about to just say, a year and Napia Mensa, aka Nam1, as I said, what Jidin say, will be our Ghana has say. A year men's gold Ghana limited, a Jumura 7 year cano. Yoko for Ache, the pilota, and Okita, the jet, and the private jet, and your Kamano, a channel. What just for your Australian, the D, Eddie Brown. Now, what you say, Sacrachi, now no possible April that also and so, and your chain or Emma and Bill. Now, the David Brown, one no, your pilot Emma Nam1, the private jet, you know, or see a Gulfstream now, a year 2001 model. Now, the Ekoma in your said, a brand Nam1 as somebody buyers say, Quoka, that no chase Dubai will be mine so, your chain only a dinner on your bow court, you know, and na pilot was in the Yatepa, and was a Minyabo, and free become a master Baba area. It's in your Quasabi Yachin and Yamaton. If it's a jet in what my phone will be a jay, be a fine way. Indeed, one and one part of war will play no one to more jet to one to. Watching ya when you're beyond toy now, it didn't want to Yoko for so one. Say Yachini. It's a one someone says the Abba to your daily guide what they abba. And what she was say was signed the Abba. Was it Ghana man penny and walk or a pro was Sankore. The form you know pro or call yes is what your baby, you know. Walk was Sankore, Emma Sankore, he can phone passa. Sadia man penny, why are dear pa? Say what by one time we shame them or faka. Now for your choir, I say. Ekwana hi monchimon kan wo fa so eba ye na wo kiremu a eya Sankore hene ya owo ahafo mantemu na okogye dom Nana Ojidom apia kubi Pabu Katechi otoso enan wase mampani ayade na ebre bi atwamu no mampani bi eba wote wiemhyemu na eba nanso na do de wote na aka mu to monchimon kan mu a na ebeto honom na delegate atro de aso sese amanfo be kai a na mampani dada Owura John Dramani Mahama ebre bi wo kan se bi se sabre na mampani na nado na onyamedi mampani no wase ma NDC aban aye Ghana ka kwan nyina aso de ase enya ka kwan na Ghana ka kwan nye na moto abama ba meye ka kwan wotra ka na wutu kwan wo kwa no wada wo yedura ne anya no nti wo hu ne yekọ eti akwan ya ndi saba ye nyina so hu ye eno na delegate asa kofa sa semya ba se ya mpa so mo ye kwan no eye den na sese Sankore kwan eda so ye monchi wonka ena ro asan ba simu asema na Sankore hene ne eka ne bio wose na nado adwuma pa wo ba ye wu ye Ghana fo nyina hu obi ani etua wose sebi se ani afra mpo ayaso ensiye entimentie nkrofo nkonkonsa ani ko wa Ghana fo bo na kosoa eye wadwuma wei aya asama Sankore hene ana de tudwa eno achi Daily Guide bo amane wasi Ghana mampani dada Owura John Dramani Mahama ase na ni nye kra na wira ho ompe free senior high school na NPP aban na nado ade aba no enya na nije enya de na nije ho kra enti wo kaseti asesa hwe ya enche kokoma se Ghana ye mmahia asem no ato apen anhwe na asai na o kire se sa free SHS NPP aban de ba ye nti Ghana nkwada nyina jibum ene de obi aso akọ senior high school obi aso akọ secondary school na nipa nyina akọ akogum cho enti enya de ebe papa na wakasa e wo Cape Coast na e wo Central region NDC for dwumade bia so mo bodwa eye bedwo mo kasa de fa Ghana ye nwasua te bia e wo mo sese no enu na mampani dada Mahama ya kasa ode sa se mi tudwa no se say free SHS abandi ba ye enkwada na gitwi akwa kogu na se ya nhwe ya ya nwasua se na kane na nkaye papa ya ukosuku bia mu na ba na kita body kata emu odu ye bu ye gitum ebe sei enkwada kogu mu cho de otimi onima de wapon ya hwe mu nyina gum potogum hwe gum yo bebrebe se ya hwe ya ebe kakra na ya nwasua no ebe sei ebe to nsuom ebe gi edimbone wo se da achi ase mo wo kan Ghana fo nkai da chianhwe ya yesuku kro no obi ampe aban school pio obi ade ne babe kwa nkran school private school akotua sika body e say public schools no e be say and free senior high school aban e de abanti eno na Daily Guide so de ato so say o sa free school ya aban de ba ye enam so e ma afi 2017-2018 academic year eye enwasua fe no enkoda empem ahanan 400,000 ene mu nyina nya kwan e ko senior high school afi de dru ba bi no emu ba di adodo enkoda ne do so e ma tam so nti aban de double track system abba e ma nkwada na bi ko betene fia na bi nso e ko fisese de Ghana nkwada ni nyina anya kwan e ko school sika nko aban atwa ade tua ka no wasi sidi no o pepepepem ba ko ene akire ahensia aduo watchi mienu 1.682 billion cedis ena ban sika no aban atwa wadi atua free senior high school no ho ka no ene ho asami mu ncheche mu no Daily Guide ena ede bai ena
aduo so je bre ede bai na anima be anima do aba nti ebe ga do
bra of abedru
bra mo akwa ba
yeah
boko de
anya kura ntum mu am
eno de Whether was a bit wow. And no, Kumasi and Toko United.
Board draw.